So for NFTs, it's your way for your average consumer to get in where the gold mines are before the gold mines are found. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree, and it is just crazy how early we are, and it is crazy how a lot of these big games like MetaOps and EV.io that I've been playing, and so many other ones that like the pillars of these games are literally built on and are only the foundation's only supported by the guilds and
Hmm.
the solo
Hmm.
players. Like it's literally nothing more than that. None of these, none of these big games are big enough to support themselves with just money from ad revenue and just sponsorships, and you know what I mean, like
Hmm.
Call of Duty, they could, players could stop playing and Call of Duty has enough money to brand their game out at least probably for the next 10 years just because they've accumulated so much money.
Hmm. Hmm.
Fortnite, so like none of these games here are at that point yet. Like it's in the stage of like we the players as well as you're a player too. Just because you're on the
Hmm.
meta ops team doesn't mean you're not a player.
Hmm.
We have to carry these games into the future, and it's really on our backs. And it is really crazy to think that like it's 3-4 years away, but we literally are in a gold mine. And it's just so crazy to think about early, right? Because time goes so fast. And I think
Hmm.
it's going to
Hmm.
be really really cool for like the future of like 4 years from now, like for the people that actually stick around and go through the dirt or the trenches for the next 4 years, that are actually here during like a bear market, if that's what we're going into. I don't know, knows at this point.
Yeah,
But
you don't know. It's like Wolf of Wall Street. I love that
exactly.
movie. I've watched that movie probably 5 times now. It's a 3.5 hour movie or 3 hour movie,
Yeah.
whatever it is. And it was when Matthew McConaughey said, when he was sitting at the table with Leonardo DiCaprio, and he was like, you don't know if the market's going to move up, down, in circles, sideways, left to right. He was like, nobody knows. So really, honestly, it is. I mean, in the long term, like if you look at crypto and NFTs on like a daily chart versus like an hourly chart, you get the bigger time frame exposure. And you can tell that we're very clearly in an uptrend and it is taking off. It
Right.
just is going to take some time because I've always told everybody that castles are built brick by brick.
True.
You don't just prefabricate a castle. You know what I mean? It doesn't work out like that.
Very true. And what I was
No,
saying
and
is, yeah,
go
and what
ahead.
I was kind of saying was, just to make the point, then you go on, was it's just going to be crazy to see like those of us who stay for the next like 4 years and are like, damn, we've just built relationships over the past 4 years of some crazy stuff, right? And it moves so fast, and it's just going to be funny to see like some of the people come back out of the woodworks on like the real
Hmm.
bull run when it's a bull run because everything's
Hmm.
just crazy up in 4 years. But anyways, go on,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and to wrap that into what you said, I mean, and I had a conversation with an older gentleman that kind of didn't understand crypto and NFTs and that kind of thing. He was just like, "Oh, I just stick with my dollar, and that I know what it is and I know where it's going and this and that." And I told him, and he was like, he actually asked me, he was like, "So with NFTs, all you're doing is paying for a link." And when he said that, it kind of got my brain turning a little bit because I was like,
Mm,
"No, that's the misconception that a lot of people have."
right.
Is that you're just paying for a link to your ownership of artwork and that kind of thing. But the thing is it's not just like you can make connections in this space with people that you ordinarily wouldn't meet with or wouldn't connect with. Like for instance, I mean, I'm an everyday person. I don't live like a life of luxury. I don't have millions of dollars or even hundreds of thousands of dollars really.
Same, same.
And so I've met, millionaires, and I've met, business leaders and advocates, and I've met people that I ordinarily wouldn't be in their inner circle, because you have, millionaires and people that are wealthy or people that have extreme investing knowledge and that kind of thing. They don't just hang out with everyday regular people. It's hard to get into their circle because they surround themselves like my dad always used to tell me, you are the company you keep. And so, if you hang around dogs, you're going to get fleas or, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So when I talk to people, it's, I don't even know, we don't even know each other's backgrounds before we start talking. We just know that we have a commonality of wanting to be an investor or wanting to be in something super early or, et cetera. And, so it's a good way to really connect and meet people that you ordinarily wouldn't meet with. And so when I explained to that gentleman, listen, like, I understand what it looks like from the outside looking in, but when you're actually in it, you're connecting and you're talking with people and gaining knowledge on the space, and you're doing everything. And some of these projects, not all of them, but some of them provide utility. For instance, Tunes Moon Pass. They kind of flopped a little bit, but they had the what was it, the Tunes Audio headphones.
The tunes artwork looked really really sick. Wasn't that the old style?
Yeah,
Like it was like the black and white cat characters, right? The
I
tunes.
I believe so. It was
Yeah, it
so
was really sick
their
looking.
yeah, their utility though was that they shipped everybody out who minted and held through a certain snapshot date a free pair of headphones,
Oh,
right?
that's dope.
And then as well as that, they set up a recording studio in LA that if you owned the Tunes Moon Pass, you could go out to that recording studio and you could full on, go out there as an artist and record. And it was a way to connect artists with other artists, like undiscovered people and people that were just everyday people that couldn't afford to, rent a studio or whatever for hundreds of dollars an hour or possibly $1,000 for the day or whatever. It was
Right.
their chance to be able to go and provide utility to that market. And then, you get MetaOps, which provides a game that people can play. And then you get, other projects. Everybody's kind of got their own niche in the market. And if you don't stand out and you're not unique, chances are you're not really going to make it. But the thing about it is it gives everybody the chance to try. You know what I mean?
100%. I think it's just I think this space is just literally breeding opportunity left and right,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
it's so amazing that we all get to be in it. But I think that also people have to realize is like, or a lot of people have to realize is like there's ups and there's downs, man. But like that's literally life, and I think
Mm-hmm.
over time it'll over the 4 years, like I said, like it'll really show like who was here for a quick buck and who was here to like hang out and actually build some fun relationships. Because
Mm-hmm.
of course I want quick money. Of course I want some money to boom up the production here and do all the things that I want to do and stuff like that. But I'm also just somebody that's like a social butterfly and likes to hang out and
Mm-hmm.
BS with people, and if I'm not, out doing things in the real world, I get to come home and make some content, do this and that, but get to meet a bunch of new people through the
Mm-hmm.
technology of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that this is like fun technology because this is like gaming and this is like NFTs and this is like artwork and creativity and just like the things that I like. So I think what's happening here is we're gonna see all the people that are in the same that think alike, that love gaming, that love blockchain, that love NFTs, that love digital currency, that love artwork and creativity. Those people are gonna stick around whether it goes up or down. Um,
Yeah.
and that's the really really fun thing that I get to you know that I'm seeing happen, and we get to
Yeah.
be a part of. It's dope.